Welcome, dear listeners, to a special exploration into the heart of human connection. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the subtle yet profound dynamics that underpin truly healthy and enduring relationships. We've all heard about communication, trust, and respect, the foundational pillars. But what about the nuances, the unspoken understandings, the almost intuitive rules that, when observed, elevate a relationship from merely functional to deeply fulfilling? These are the 7 unspoken rules of healthy love that often go undiscussed, yet are practiced daily by those who navigate relationships with grace and resilience. Our first unspoken rule is the sanctuary of self-sovereignty. In the beautiful intertwining of two lives, there exists a quiet, crucial need for each individual to retain their distinct identity, their personal space, and their independent pursuits. It's a common misconception that true love means becoming one entity, losing oneself in the other. However, the healthiest relationships are those where both partners thrive as individuals, bringing their unique passions and perspectives back into the shared space. This means maintaining your own friendships, nurturing your personal hobbies, and pursuing individual goals without guilt or the need for constant joint participation. It prevents codependency and fosters a profound respect for each other's autonomy. When you have a rich inner life, you bring more to the partnership, not less. Our second unspoken rule, the art of the imperfect apology and radical forgiveness. We are taught to say, "I'm sorry," but rarely are we taught the true anatomy of an effective apology or the liberating power of genuine forgiveness. An imperfect apology acknowledges the impact of your actions, regardless of your intent. It's less about justifying yourself and more about validating your partner's experience of hurt. And radical forgiveness? It's not about condoning the wrong, but choosing to release the bitterness and resentment that binds you to the past. It's a gift you give yourself as much as your partner. This unspoken rule emphasizes that mistakes are inevitable, but the commitment to repair and release is paramount. It builds a foundation of trust that can weather any storm. Third, we have listening to understand, not to reply. In our fast-paced world, conversations often devolve into opportunities to formulate our next point rather than truly absorbing what the other person is communicating. In healthy relationships, there's an unspoken agreement to create a space where each person feels genuinely heard and understood. This means putting aside distractions, suspending judgment, and resisting the urge to offer immediate solutions or advice unless explicitly asked. It's about validating their emotions, even if you don't fully agree with their perspective. This deep, empathetic listening builds profound emotional intimacy and makes your partner feel seen, valued, and safe. Our fourth unspoken rule, celebrating the mundane and supporting the stumbles. Grand gestures are wonderful, but the true strength of a relationship often lies in the consistent, quiet acknowledgments of daily life. This rule speaks to the importance of noticing and appreciating the small efforts, the morning coffee, the thoughtful text, the clean kitchen. These seemingly insignificant acts are the threads that weave the fabric of enduring love. Equally important is the unspoken agreement to be a steadfast pillar during moments of failure or vulnerability. Healthy love isn't just about cheering successes, it's about offering unwavering support and compassion when things don't go as planned, without judgment or "I told you so." It cultivates a safe harbor where both partners feel secure enough to be imperfect. The fifth unspoken rule is the invisible fences of emotional boundaries. While empathy and connection are vital, healthy relationships also require a subtle understanding of emotional boundaries. This means recognizing that you are not solely responsible for your partner's happiness or distress, nor should you expect them to be entirely responsible for yours. It's about respecting each other's emotional space, knowing when to offer comfort and when to allow someone to process their feelings independently. It prevents emotional enmeshment, where one person's mood dictates the other's, leading to exhaustion and resentment. By honoring these unseen fences, both individuals maintain their emotional integrity, fostering a balanced and resilient partnership. Our sixth unspoken rule, the unwritten pact of perpetual evolution. People change, relationships change, and healthy love understands and embraces this fundamental truth. There's an unspoken agreement to grow together, not necessarily in lockstep, but with mutual support and understanding for each other's evolving selves. This means not expecting your partner to remain the person they were when you first met, nor should you strive to stay stagnant yourself. It involves curiosity about who your partner is becoming, celebrating their new interests, and adapting to new phases of life as a team. This dynamic acceptance keeps the relationship fresh, vibrant, and deeply connected to the present reality of both individuals. Finally, the seventh unspoken rule, the non-negotiable necessity of nurturing your own well. This might seem counterintuitive in a discussion about love, but it is perhaps the most critical. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Healthy relationships are sustained by two individuals who are individually well-resourced, mentally, emotionally, and physically. There's an unspoken understanding that prioritizing self-care isn't selfish, it's foundational. It means setting boundaries around your time and energy, pursuing activities that rejuvenate you, and addressing your own needs before they become sources of depletion or resentment within the relationship. When both partners commit to their own well-being, they bring their best, most authentic selves to the partnership, creating a sustainable and joyous connection. These seven unspoken rules, the sanctuary of self-sovereignty, the art of the imperfect apology, and radical forgiveness, listening to understand, celebrating the mundane and supporting the stumbles, the invisible fences of emotional boundaries, the unwritten pact of perpetual evolution, and the non-negotiable necessity of nurturing your own well, are not directives, but rather invitations. They are invitations to cultivate a deeper awareness, to practice empathy with greater intention, and to build relationships that are not just strong, but truly vibrant and alive. Consider how these resonate with your own experiences. How might integrating even one of these unspoken truths transform your most cherished connections? Thank you for joining me on this insightful journey.